Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to cover our sales for the month of July. I'm going to make this as quick as possible, but hopefully this will give you insights and kind of a behind the curtain look. We had a pretty good month. Start off, we just sold this tonight, actually. Barry Larkin. I think this is the last one. We had 7 or 8 of these cards, I believe, that we sold. This is from that huge Barry Larkin lot. I bought 6, 7, 800 cards. You've probably seen the video. It's on YouTube, just where I talk about buying that lot and how we were going to uh, process it and what we were planning on doing with the cards. So Barry Larkin card. We sold a couple of 71s. This is 1971 top, so they're vintage. A lot of people are trying to put these older sets together. I'm assuming that's why people, a lot of people collect, trying to put sets together. Some people just try to put team sets together, like every 71 Cubs card from the year or Mets card. These are not Hall of Famers or GOATs or anything. Uh, but if they're old like this, they sell pretty well. This actually came from a collection that we bought, which again, most people don't know what to do with these type of cards. But if they're 71s, they will sell individually. You can see $3 for this one, $3.97 for that one. Good return. A lot of people just look at these as commons that are not valuable, but if you know how to process and your options, you can do really well. This was a classic card set that came out in 1990. There was one of these where an error card and a corrected card. So that this was a raw Magic Johnson, uh, near mint, but there was something that we didn't feel like it would get a 10, so we didn't send it. This is a great card. It's of King Griffey Jr., Sr., and the brother, I think. Another relative Griffey bloodline. PSA 10. This came from Upper Deck. Some of you will remember the video we did when we went to the show in Cincinnati here 3 months ago or so. And we got the Ellie De La Cruz rookie autographs. And we bought 5 sets for, I think it was $50 for all of them. And a lot of these 92 Upper Decks we've sold. A lot we sent for grading. This was one of them from that set. So we sold it for $39. So we're looking at $10 profit, $9.99 profit. Again, but when it's all said and done, we break down those 5 sets that we bought. The return on that's going to be astronomical. And again, if you're following along, you can see that. There is a lag time, obviously, from that video from the show that we did a couple months ago. But one card could pay for the whole set, really. Another 71. This is a Bo Jackson. This was actually from my personal collection, non-graded. Set of, this is the New York Factor. New York teams do extremely well. This Kevin Elster rookie card, 6 of them. It won't sell the general public, but it'll sell in New York, or New York dealer could buy this. Put it in a dollar box. He was a pretty popular player for the Mets back in the day. Mahomes PSA 10, that came from a dollar box. This is from the Bryce Harper. I think it was 108, 118 card lot that we bought recently. We paid $15, I think, for the entire lot, something like that. This one sold for $198. This is from a dollar box, I think, at a card show. Sold for $84.50, so $60 plus profit on that. Another Patrick Mahomes from a dollar box, $40. We sold it after we got it graded. Tony Perez, dollar box. King Griffey Jr., dollar box. There's another one of those Barry Larkins. There's another 71. Dollar box. Will Levis graded, sold for $34. We sent it off for grading. LeBron James sent this off for grading, $38. Johnny Bench, I bought this for I think $98 on eBay, something like that. I was hoping it would come back better than a 3, but it came back a PSA 3. If it was a 5, we could have sold it for about $500. And I was hoping it would be a 5, but we still made $30, $40, $50 on that, less than 90 days. So I'm okay with that. I did a whole video just on this Bo Jackson. You guys probably saw that. We actually pulled that from a pack. We had to list it for $99.99. It sold for $90. Very happy with that. Not even sure where this came from. Oh, that's from the cards I bought. I bought a collection from Facebook Marketplace. I think I showed that as well. It was a $300 collection. Got a lot of great cards on this, so that's where that came from. And a Phillies fan obviously found our website, our eBay store, and came in and bought a bunch of Phillies cards. Good, solid players. No Hall of Famers here, but again, probably a Phillies set collector or team builder. And it was cheap. We sold them cheap. Total was $677. And see, in my mind, that $6.77 I can put towards an Elly De La Cruz card. That's the way I look at this. Rookie Stars from 1972. I have a ton of these from back in the day. We sell 1 or 2 a month. This is a Pete Rose Jumbo 1986 Donruss. So we sell them for $297. Again, I have a ton of them. Eddie Murray. This is from a set break. An 88 Topps Tiffany set that we sold, that we broke up. We made our money back a long time ago on this. So everything after you make your money back is just all profit. So that for $48, Eddie Murray is a Hall of Famer. Darryl Strawberry, the New York Effect, also from the 88 Tiffany set. It was PSA 9, sold it for $27, so $7 profit there. Eddie Murray from the vintage card lot I bought from Facebook Marketplace, $295, very popular Yankees player. Here's a 75 Bob Gibson, $2. Canseco, 87 Topps, 9, sold it for $15. I'm not sure where this was graded. It wasn't PSA, it was an alternative grader, so we did okay on that. Old 62 Phillies card, sold for $3. This is the Hall of Famer guy that I was talking to you guys about. You probably saw in your members area when I bought these. I didn't even know who this guy was, but anyway, that's the 7. It's sold for $70. And I think we bought 6 cards, and I want to say for $60. So we've sent this 1 to be graded, PSA 7 came back, sold for $70. I'm holding on to some of these just for long term, but anyway, Michael Jordan dollar box, graded, came back a 9, sold it for $27. Canseco PSA 10 from the 92 Topps set, sold it for $43. This is a card I've had in my collection. I have a few of them. Decided to let 1 go. We sent them for grading. I'm keeping the 10, but this is with a 9. Sold it for $85. That's a Griffey, actually from his minor league team. This is something different than I've had in my personal collection and just now started to let some of these go. This is a sealed 1990 Topps trade at Wax Pack. But Cecil Fielder, a very popular home run hitter on the Tigers, was showing on the front. You could see through the pack and see Fielder. Sold that for $10. Another 71 that was graded, Herding Banks, PSA 2, $29. We sent that for grading ourselves from that lot that I bought on Facebook Marketplace. But, Ernie Banks is superstar Hall of Famer. Uh, Don Manley, PSA 9, uh, $39. New York Effect, great player. You can see, we've just had an unbelievable month. I'm not going to spend too much time, guys. We've sold a lot this month. Here's Willie McCovey. Here's another from the 62s. Sold for $1. That's our beach stuff that we haven't cleared out yet. This is from a dollar box at a card shop. This is recent, 2024 Mickey Mantle. Just a short print from Topps, Series 2. Bought it for $1, sold it for $3.97. So tripled our money, and that was like in less than 30 days. 88 Topps Tiffany again. You'll see a lot of these. PSA 10. Rock Reigns, $39.99. There's another from that same Tiffany set. George Bell, Toronto Blue Jays, sold it for $25, so that's $5 profit. And Ellie, I have several of these that have come back graded 10. We decided to not send this one for grading, and it was still in near mint condition, but we sold it for $7.99. I bought these for $5 or less. I've been buying as many of these as I can for $5 or less. So that's what, 50% profit. George Foster from the Big Red Machine. Not a Hall of Famer, but very popular member of the Big Red Machine. We sent this in for grading. 75 Topps. It cost us $20. I bought the card for $1 out of a dollar box. It came back a 7. I was hoping for an 8 or a 9. We could have got a lot more out of it if it was, but we still made a profit, about $5 on that card, $4 after we deduct the $1 that we paid for the actual card. Roberto Clemente, $32, dollar box. Another Pete Rose. Ellie, I've got several of these that have been graded at PSA 10. This is one, for whatever reason, you can see probably the centering. No, left to right, that doesn't look too bad. There was something that Dom probably saw on this card and decided not to send it to PSA, so we sold it raw. I don't even remember what it was sold for. You can see that I like this as a Topps Heritage, and they designed this year's card after the 75 Topps right here. So this was done in 1975. This card's done this year, but again, it's heritage going back, and they'll design a card from a previous year. So it's a cool looking card. It's one of Don's favorite. But we sold it for $5.97. I think a lot of these I've been buying for $5 or less, but I've been picking up a few for $3, between $3 and $4. So, didn't make a lot on that. Maybe 50 cents, but we created a lead of a Cincinnati Reds collector. We have a lot of Cincinnati Reds cards in our eBay store. So I look at all of this as lead generation. Will Levis, again, quarterback for Kentucky. We talk about this in the quarterback training that's available in your members area. $55. Let's see. Oh, that was the auto. I bought it to flip it. I can't remember what I paid for it, but it wasn't $55. Probably made $10, $15 on that. I just bought it, turned around and flipped it. This is from the collection I bought. on Facebook Marketplace, $3. Joe Morgan, I bought this at a card show. It was actually in a $5 box. That's his rookie card. Turn around and send it. I knew the grading wouldn't come back real good. I was hoping for a 5 or 6. It came back a 4. Bought the card for $5, $20 for it to be graded. So we made $20 profit on that. It was a quick flip. Dollar box, Patrick Mahomes, graded, sold it, $29. The Kentucky or the Facebook Marketplace purchase. You'll see a lot of those in here probably. Facebook Marketplace purchase. You see not a lot of money, but my cost per card on this is just pennies. I bought so many. Facebook Marketplace purchase. Both of these from the Facebook Marketplace purchase. This was from my private collection. I've got some 10s, so I just wanted to go ahead and sell one, $110. 110, that's the Cal Ripken Donruss rookie. I have several more of these and more to actually send to PSA. We actually sent this one to PSA ourselves. Juan Marshall, Facebook Marketplace purchase, $1.95. Same with George Foster here, Facebook Marketplace purchase. Pete Rose from my personal collection. I'm going through a lot of my personal collection and I'm either sending them to be graded because when I was collecting, grading wasn't a thing, or I'm just selling some raw, but I've got a whole album of just this card. So Jack Clark, very popular player for the Cardinals, San Francisco Giants, has Facebook Marketplace purchase. What is this? Jalen, I don't even know who this is, but it was a patch auto, and I found it in a dollar box. I think Dawn actually did. So if you can find a rookie or a patched auto card in a dollar box, buy it. So we made 3 or 4 times our money, and we did it like in 30 days. I love these team cards. They just do really well. They sell extremely well. This is from Facebook Marketplace. This is a Topps breakdown of a small box set that we also talk about in the training from Toys R Us. Sold it for about $1.99. And again, nothing in these cards. Johnny Bench, $7.95. That's from my personal collection. This is from the Facebook Marketplace purchase. These are just Coke bottles. I think I've told you we sell these every month. We've been selling them for years, literally 4 or 5 years. I can't tell you how many cases of these bottles that we bought of Bill Elliott. They're NASCAR collectible bottles, but we got 17 cents a bottle into them. This is from an auction house that we bought years ago. Lou Piniella, 1970 from the Facebook Marketplace purchase. Dale Mattingly, $1.75 from the Facebook Marketplace purchase. Ellie, $5.97. This is one that didn't get passed on to send to PSA. Donruss Reds team set. I've had that listed on this for 3 or 4 years, probably, on this particular. Before I got serious about sports cards, I had this listed. So $1.95. Reds team set, $88. Kirby Puckett, 80. That's his rookie. It's a PSA 8, $28. We did send that for grading ourselves. That card came from my personal collection. Bo Jackson, 88. There's another 88 Tiffany, guys. $36, $20 to have it graded, $16 profit in just a few weeks. Cesar Geronimo, part of the Big Red Machine. He was their center fielder. This is part of my personal collection. I had a few of these I sent in. This was the lowest grade, or the highest grade that came back was a PSA 7, which for a 1971 card is really high grade. And you see we got a great price on that, $79. 75 Tony Perez PSA 5, again from my personal collection, part of the Big Red Machine. You could say we just broke even on that card. I was hoping, obviously, for a higher grade. Came back a 5. We sold it for $20 grading fee. But we created a lead. This is a very unique set. It's the Donruss Best of Baseball from 1990. This was a Ken Griffey Jr. Was this graded? No, it wasn't graded. We sold the raw, $7.10. If we could have that graded, that's an $80, $90 card. If it came back at 10, we didn't feel like it would, because you can see the centering, like the left side is smaller than the right side. And we use a grading tool and a centering tool to really match these up. But you can see this pretty clearly with the naked eye that the right side is thicker than the left side. So we just sold it raw. We could have sent it to an alternative grader, but our alternative grader is backed up right now. He's months behind on his grading. Sorry, guys. I hope you're finding this valuable. I feel like it would be for me, just to see where did these cards come from. Why were some graded and some not, and so on and so forth. I am going to start putting this only in the members area very soon. But I've gotten good comments, and people have sent me emails just saying that they appreciate this. So, and the laying it all on the table kind of thing, not just talking theory all the time, but showing examples. Here's Nolan Ryan, another good look at this. 88 Topps Tiffany. I'm telling you, they're a gold mine. They're expensive and they're going up, and you can't find these sets anymore. This was a PSA 9. Oh, if it had only been a 10, it'd been over 100. I think we sold a 10 earlier this year for $110, but we still got 55 for that. 84. This is a Don Manley rookie card from my personal collection. We sent a few of those in. This one came back a PSA 6. And I tell you, we had a couple PSA 9s. You look at the 9 and you look at the 6, and it's like, what's the difference? No way I could tell the difference. But anyway, we sold it for $17. Somebody got a good deal on that card. Score, Ricky Henderson, alternative grader, $15. We made a little bit on that. Boot Pal, this is another 71, $3.95. That's from the Marketplace collection we bought. I bought 4 or 5 of these cards. They were in a 10-cent box. I thought, and I told the dealer, I think this was at the Chattanooga, Tennessee show, and I said, are these supposed to be in here? He said, oh yeah. He said, if it's in there, it's supposed to be in there. And I said, okay. And I bought all he had. This is a Ken Griffey 2020 Topps Stadium Club. And you can see we sold this one. We sold actually 2 of them for $2.58. Sold this one for $1.29. I don't know how many we had, but we sold out like in just a few days. See, we're selling beach bags too. Most of our beach stuff is on another site and on our forthebeach.com, but we didn't get all of it. Moved over to the other eBay account yet, so I apologize. 71, another 71, $2.99. Another Griffey from Stadium Club, $1.29. Facebook Marketplace collection, 99 cents. And again, this is, John Manfusco was a solid pitcher in the major leagues, but he's not going to be a Hall of Famer. But somebody's putting together a set or a team set from 1976. 77 complete photo of the entire team. Kansas City, Juan Marshall, one of the best pitchers ever. I think he is a Hall of Famer. If he's not, yeah, he is. But again, this came from the Facebook Marketplace purchase. There's another Griffey card that we sold. Reds team card. World Championship Reds Cons. This is con set from 1990. And I had a few of these available. And I had them in the original plastic, the shrink wrap, the original shrink wrap. And I've had these tucked away for years. And this particular one, the shrink wrap had come off away from the cards, or I would probably just hung on to all of them because this is the year they won the World Series. But what we ended up doing was taking the cards and we put them in this collector's box. So they weren't shrink wrapped in the original shrink wrap, but we put them in this nice plastic collector's card box and sold it for $7.95, which I'm happy for that. If it had been in the original shrink wrap, I probably would have gotten more. But I'll tell you one other thing. When my brother and I got these, this is 1990, and this was a giveaway at the ballpark. When you went to the park, for every ticket, you'd hand them your ticket, and they'd hand you a pack of cards. Okay, we were selling these at the time at our card shop for $10 a set because the only way you could get them is by going to that one game that year, and the team had just won the World Series the year before. Or maybe it was actually the year that they won the World Series. It was the year they won the World Series, but the Reds were the talk of the town. So we had two phenomenal tickets close to home plate that we bought from scalpers. And then back then you could walk out of the stadium and they would scan your hand and you could go in and out. And we got there right when it started, and we got our tickets for he and I, for the scalpers. And then they had a special back then at the stadium. If you could get tickets in the top 2 rows of the stadium on a weeknight for $2 a ticket. So we had the phenomenal idea of, we bought 50 tickets. So that's $100. Okay, so what we did is we walked in, we got the cards. We had a duffel bag thing that my brother had, and we walked in and out of that gate 50 times. Here it is, got our cards, walked around to the exit. Here it is, got our cards, walked around the exit. Here it is, got our cards, walked around to the exit. And one guy said, "You guys are smart. I see what you're doing." He said, "You all must be card collectors." I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, how many tickets do you got? I'll go on and give them to you." And I said, "I'll be right back. I'll be right back." When he told me that, I went back to the ticket office and I bought 50 more tickets. I didn't buy that 100 to start with because I was afraid I wouldn't be able to see the game, going in and out. I wanted to make sure I got to my seats. So I went and bought 50 more, and we walked away that night with our 2 personal sets and 100 more. And we decided we were going to sell 50 of them. We sold 50 of them in our shop, and then we hung on to some of the others. But we sold 50 sets like within a week. We made $8 a set because it cost us $2 a set, or $2 a ticket. So we made great money on that. 8 times 50 would have $400 the following week at the card shop selling these Reds team sets from the ballpark. Hope you enjoyed that story. I hadn't planned on telling it, and actually had forgotten about it until just now, but let's go back. So This was from Fergie Jenkins. He's a Hall of Famer. That was from the Facebook Marketplace purchase. Okay, what date are we to? We're at July 8th, so we got 8 more days. Tony Perez, Big Red Machine, Hall of Famer from the Facebook Marketplace purchase. Devin Hester, rookie, PSA 7. I actually bought this at a show. It was a $5 slab. And it's like, I don't know anything about this guy really, but a slab card for $5, I'll take a chance. And that was at a show this month. We just turned around and flipped it, sold it for 19. Rocky Bleier, legend, Pittsburgh Steelers player. This is from, again, the Facebook Marketplace, $3.97. Panini Mosaic, dollar box. Sent it for grading, came back a 10, sold it for 45. Facebook Marketplace purchase. And when I say Facebook Marketplace purchase, there was one of those this month, and all those cards came from that. Paid $300 for everything. So, and it's going to be I think we'll make 1,200 plus on it, but it's going to take time. It's not going to happen all this month. Facebook Marketplace purchase, Michael Jordan. This is from my personal collection. We didn't feel like we should send it for grading. We lost on this. This was from the Facebook Marketplace purchase as well. No, actually, this is from my own personal collection, I think. Yeah. To me, I thought it would be an 8 or a 9. It came back at 7. We sold it for $17.99. But I have an album full of these cards, so I have plenty more. Okay, Joe Morgan, dollar box, Hall of Famer, is in pretty rough condition, but we still made 3 times our money. Facebook Marketplace from the Barry Larkin collection. This was sold for $5.97 from my personal collection. I have a whole album full of these. Eric Davis, $4.79. Facebook Marketplace purchase, $4.95. Facebook Marketplace purchase. No, this was dollar box. I think Tennessee, but it was dollar box from a shop, $3.97. $18. This was a $5 slab. Found at a show. Same person, same dealer. Facebook Marketplace purchase, $10. It's Eddie Matthews, Hall of Famer. Probably would have done better if we'd sent this grading, even came back at 3 or 4. We probably could have sold it for $40 or $50, but sometimes it's just a matter of keeping things moving, keeping your inventory moving to the best of your ability, because you're going to end up with a lot of things that are going to take a while to move out. But I knew this would move quick, especially $10. That's an old card. It's 1962 Hall of Famer. Johnny Briggs, 71 Phillies. That's probably a set collector. These are the classic error. There was one of these are error and the corrected. We sold both of them for $1.27. Hostess, Johnny Bench. These came on the Hostess ho-hos boxes. You cut them out. It was pretty rough and stained. Sold it for $1.95. From the Barry Larkin collection lot that we bought, $7.95. We paid for that lot like within 7 days. Tom Seaver, 1972. This is from my personal collection. Not worth grading. $7.99. Johnny Bench, personal collection, sold for $109. $109. I have more of these. This is a high number, 1970. You can see number 660. They didn't produce as many high numbers in 1970 because what they would do is the low numbers they would put out at the beginning of the year, And then as sales kind of died down, as the season got older and older, they would eventually release the rest, and they did never release as many high number cards back in 1970. So that's it, July 1st all the way through. You can see, I don't know what our total sales were, but we had a really good month, especially with the cards that we bought from a dollar box, sent them for grading, and then turn right around and immediately make 20, 30, 40% on our money. And you can do that all day long. I mean, I could get up tomorrow, go to a shop here. It's 20 minutes from me. I could buy 100 cards. From that 100, 60, 70 would be worth sending for grading. Have those cards graded. So I got $21 and sell them for $30, $40, $50 all day long, all day long. That's the way to start this. This is dollar box to grading to sell. I mean, that's the way to guarantee you're going to make money as long as you're buying the right cards, which I'm going to do another training here in the next day or two talking about exactly what cards you should buy from dollar boxes. And I'll probably put it with this training in the on the website if I decide to make that. I probably won't make that training available to just visitors of the website, but we will put it in your members area for sure, because that's the key. It's what do I buy? And once you can solidify that in your mind and you know exactly what you're buying and why, and you're looking for those in the bargain boxes, in the dollar boxes, at the shows, at the card shops, your profit is sincerely, it's guaranteed as long as you're buying the right cards. If you don't buy the right cards, it's not guaranteed. It's luck of the draw. We also this month started selling on Walmart.com. I think I did a video about this earlier when they first came out. So far, my impulse has been right. It's my thought process. Collectors are not buying on Walmart.com right now. It's impulse buys. It's impulse buys. I'll take a few minutes and share this with you, just because if you're still watching at this point, then this will be valuable to you. The people that are not really focused on this have already left a long time ago. But it's impulse buys. Okay, so let's just do a search here. 1992 Kmart set. Okay, so far this month we've sold 5 cards from the Kmart set, $3.99 each. $3.99 each. So that's $16, right? And so let's just see what you can buy a whole set for. That's the 92 right there. There are 44 cards in there. Every card in this set you can sell on Kmart or at Kmart on Walmart for $3.99 each. So say $4 times 44. Is that right? So that'd be 40, 80, 160, $176 in Walmart sales in this one box. And this seller is selling both boxes for $12. But that goes back to the small box set training that is in your members area. Okay, Walmart is for impulse buys. We've sold 2 Willie Mays, 1 Pete Rose, and 1, maybe it was Hank Aaron from this. But you can buy these sets, and again, small box breakdowns. The best place is going to be for well-known players: Pete Rose, Willie Mays, Hank Aaron. Is going to be on Walmart, because what's happened is people are going into Walmart to get their toilet paper delivered, and they realize that, cousin Johnny's got a birthday. He collects cards. Oh, there's a Willie Mays card, and they buy it. Today, we sold two to the same person. 1987 Barry Bonds, his rookie card. Okay, we sold them for $15 each today. They went out today. You can buy complete 87 sets, which is what I would do. I wouldn't buy the individual card, but you can see, $250, $450. That's not, you can get them cheaper than that. There's one. $3 or best offer with free shipping. So if you bought these two for $3 each, that's $6. You turn around and flip them for $30 on Walmart. Again, impulse buy, Barry Bonds. Oh, cousin Johnny would like that. It's going to be impulse buys on Walmart. And that's what I felt like it was going to be from when we started. Look, here's one for 99 cents plus $1.19 shipping. Here's one $3 for free shipping. Again, I could buy these all day long, but I have plenty myself. I've got an album full of them because we were collecting back then. But again, this is from the junk wax era. But so a lot of this is just knowing where to sell your cards. And Walmart's, I think over time, it's going to be a gold mine. We just need to get more inventory on there, but it's going to be huge for us. And it will be for most people that take the time to learn it. It's more cumbersome to sell on Walmart. We'll probably down the road have a whole training on that, on how to do that and how to get that set up. But that's going to be on down the road because it's just in its infancy. It was just announced here in the last 2 or 3 weeks. But I think it's going to be huge. And we also sold a couple of cards on My Slabs as well. We sold the Bonos card on My Slabs, this one right here, which comes out of the 88 score, this card right here. And you can see you can buy that card for $6.99 plus shipping and handling, $1.15 shipping and handling. That's not the way to acquire that card, but you could. And we sold, and then we had ours graded. So we had based on this example, is $26. We sold it for $33, I think. We sold one for $33 and we put another one back up. Because I have several of these. Why I have several of these? And then I'm going to shut up because I don't want to confuse you. I just want to show you all the ways to make money here. It's unbelievable. 1988 score, factory set. Okay, right now I can buy this set for $12 plus $11.43 shipping. So what is that? $12.33.43. In this set is the card I just showed you, the bow nose card. In this factory set. And it's not actually, that's the wrong one. I'm telling you the wrong one. It's the yellow box. Did I say 88? It's not the red box. I don't want to tell you wrong. It's the, let me see, bow nose. If you haven't guessed, guys, it's like, it's late at night. It's been a long day. But I wanted to get this done for you. Bow nose score. Okay, it's 1990. So if we put in 1990 score factory set. It's the yellow box. There it is right there. Now, these are the update sets. Those are the small ones. You want to get the long factory sets. But these factory sets, look at these, how cheap. $10 plus $7.17. You're talking about less than $20 delivered to your door. Now, I don't recommend that you buy these. Okay, I don't. Because by far the most valuable card in this is this card, the Bo Knows. But if you get a 10, you can see it's that card sells for almost $50. You buy the whole set for 17. Now, I bought a whole case and I got them for like $11 a set. Okay. And again, this is a whole another topic, and I don't want to go down this rabbit trail right now, but it's something we'll talk about down the road, buying complete, not just the sets, buying a case of sets. So in a case, there's 16 sets, and I got these for $10 or $11. Okay, this card's in there. Nolan Ryan's in there. King Griffey Jr. rookie card's in there. Barry Larkin rookie card's in there. I mean, it's full of Hall of Famers. It's full of Hall of Famers, but Deion Sanders rookie cards in here. There's probably in this set 30 or 40 cards that if you were setting up at shows, that you could put those cards in your dollar box and they would sell. Are they going to sell on eBay? No. Why? Because it's the most overproduced set in baseball history. Okay. But again, I'm a gambler. So I bought a case of them because at $10 or $11, I'm sending all the Bo Jacksons, all of these cards to PSA. If I get a 10, 110, I don't need those cards alone. When I sell those cards, it will more than pay. It will more than pay for the entire case. And again, I'm giving you additional. This is something I am going to be talking about at another time, but I've kind of gone down this road. But just look at this. The 7 sells for $20. The 7. Okay, here's the psychology here. If I send PSA this card mixed in, and I want you guys to hear this, okay? So I'm going to focus, you focus. If I go through 16 sets and I pull out, each set will have every card. There's 16 King Griffey Jr. rookies. There's 16 of this Bo Knows card, which is the most valuable. There's 16 Nolan Ryans, et cetera, et cetera. If I pull out all 16 and send them in a separate order to PSA, then when that PSA grader gets it, they're not finding this card from 1990, a 30-year-old card, mixed in with a lot of other cards. Okay, because subconsciously they're thinking, well, it's an old card, it cannot be a 10. But in my mind, and again, this is theory. I have not implemented it. That's why I don't want to talk about it or teach it yet. But I'm just sharing you the theory. But if I'm a grader and I get 16 of those and it's only one card and it's only that one, or any card, it can be just the Griffey Juniors, but I'm using this one as an example, and I get 16 and they're all crisp and fresh, what does that tell the grader? That the person that sent these cards in probably just pulled these from opening packs recently or is breaking down factory sets. And if they're thinking, okay, all 16 of these cards came from factory sets, or they're fresh pulls from packs, then in their mind, they might be more open to the fact that there might be a 10 or a 9, a few of them in here. Okay. And probably most are not going to be a 7. There is no way this card should be a 7, maybe an 8, maybe a 9, but there should be 9s. There should be a 10 in all this. There's 16 of them here, unless the centering is just way off on here. And typically they're not too bad. You know, the right to left borders, it's not too bad. But if you look, what is the PSA? Oh, knows 7. If they all came back as 7, every one of them, what are the 7 selling for? Yeah, this PSA 7 sold for $55. That's an outlier. That's not going to happen much. Around $20 is what I've been seeing. You can see some of these are even lower. That's not even graded. That's a 6. Some kid had to have handled that. So I'm going to say $20 is conservative. This one says 55. That's not going to happen very often. Are you going to sell that card for $55 at a 7? I've seen 10s of this card go as high as 300. Okay. But if I buy 16 sets for $16 a set, that's $176. If I bought a case of 16 sets, if I did nothing but pull those 16 Bo Jackson cards and sent those into PSA and they all came back as 7, and I only get $20 a card when it sells. You start doing the math on this, and you can see the 9s are going for $37.99. And see, if I don't think it's a 10, I'm not sending it to PSA. I'm going to send it to an alternative grader and get it graded for $7 or $8, not 20. But you can see just this card alone, and then when you start adding the Griffey Juniors and the Nolan Rhines, if you go PSA, what is this? Let me show you one other thing, and I promise I'll shut up. I know I'm rambling, but I just want you to see once you start putting the math to all this, it just and you Bo Jackson's an icon. He's a GOAT. He's as collectible today, if not more collectible than he was when he was playing football and basketball. And this is an iconic card. Every collector wants this card. Every collector. And especially those that were collecting back in this time. So if I go, and you'll see they're not selling for much. 1990 score baseball PSA 10, and I'm not doing any particular player here. What did I do? Okay, this is autographed. This is a very popular card though, Frank Thomas is. But you can see 10, there's a 10, so for $2.99, $2.89. You know, so if I paid $11 for 16 sets, I say $10 just to make the math easy. That's 10 times 16 is $160 for a case of these. If one comes back at 10, paid for the whole case. Paid for the whole case. Now here's the second most popular, but again, that's autographed. This is Randy Johnson's rookie card. No, it's not his rookie, but that's signed. You can see how many of these cards are selling. It's just crazy. I mean, even if you sold it for $200, but I would list it for the highest price sold in the last 30 days, and then accept offers on it. Is what I would do. It's still signed. Frank Thomas is the second card. I'm not sure what it's going for now. Carlos Belgrade, PSA 10, 113.50. There's some good rookies in here. There's some really good Hall of Famers in this set. Most are going for like 50 plus. There's the Deion Sanders rookie. You can see that's selling for $92 in a 10. And it's hard to get these in a 10 because these borders, the centering is harder for these. But here's a Robin Yount, $80. This is a rookie of Tino Martinez, $74. You know, Tino Martinez is not a Hall of Famer. Obviously, Robin Yount is, but here's the Bo Jackson, almost $70. That's his regular card, not the Bo Nose card. Just his regular card's almost $70. Deion Sanders, that is his rookie card. But there's some really good cards in here. I could scroll. Here's Ryan Sandberg, $64.99. He took the best offer, so say it's sold for $50. There's several cards in here. If you can get a 10, here's Nolan Ryan, 10, sold for over $50. There's several. John Olerud, that's his rookie card, over $50. Bo Jackson, another Bo Jackson. There's actually 3 in here. 10, sold for $53. Juan Gonzalez, over $50. Nolan Ryan, $52. Alan Trammell, $51. There's a lot of Hall of Famers in this set, a lot. So they don't sell that often. There's a lot of cards that are a lot cheaper. There's a lot that sell for less than grading. Actually, there's 4 Bo Jacksons. I forgot about this one. There's another one, $30. So that's still $10 profit. But it's hard to get a 10. There's the Griffey. This is a 10, sold for $27, so that's not much profit. You can see because this set was just so overproduced. But there's a Ricky Henderson, 25. So that's $5 profit. Again, when you look at all the Hall of Famers that are in this, if you can get 10s, if you can't, a 9 is not worth hardly anything. You lose major value when you get a 9. So I like these cards. I still have several to go through that I have not sent for grading, and most of them will go to an alternative grader because let's just look at this Griffey Jr. in a 9. I'm just curious what it's selling for. You almost have to get a 10 with these to make any money. PSA 9. But again, if you send all the Griffies together, all 16 of them, all of them together, I think it sends a subconscious message to the grader. PSA 9, he's asking 400, but he didn't get it, I'm sure. Let's see what the completeds are going for. The SOs. And PSA 9, yeah, 15, see? 10, $8.60, you're losing money. $18.90, $6.38, 12, you're losing money on all the 9s. 10, you're making money. 9, you're losing money. And more with this set than any other period because it's score and it's just flooded the market. There's warehouses all over the country that have cases of these full sets sitting in warehouses. They massively overproduce this. If you're setting up at shows, it's real simple. You just take all those Hall of Famers, all those rookie cards, put them in your dollar bin and you'll sell them. And if you're buying cases for, what was the actual price on the 90 score factory set if you bought one? We're going to break one down in the training, and I'll walk you through it in detail in a future training. But I might even buy another case. But I'm working on a case right now. Let's see what the lowest price is right now. I'm sure there's some factory set. 1990 score. I'm running past these because those are the updates. There's nothing in there. Here we go. $5, one bid, $4.38 shipping. Buy now, $5.50, $4.38 shipping. Here's a buy it now, $10, guys. You can buy this. That's cheaper than the cases cost wholesale when they came out back in 1990. But there's 600 or something cards in here, 720 cards in here. I mean, and there's 30 or 40 or 50 cards that you can easily sell for in a dollar box at a card show. Plus you're going to be able to pull this Bo Jackson, even if it's a 7, you can sell it for $7 or $8, $9. I would, normally. That one's not graded, but it's $6.99. If you buy 3, you can get them for $5.94. What does that tell you? So again, it's being smart. Early, as you're just starting out, I wouldn't mess with this set because there's just better places to put your money. But if you know what you're doing and you know how you're going to liquidate and you know how you're going to process, you can do fine with this. That's why there's value in setting up at shows, because you can liquidate a lot of inventory at shows that would never sell on eBay. And it's not really worth it on eBay. That's why alternative graders are important, because, if I can have a card graded for $7 that I can sell for 14, and like in this case, you have pennies in this card. If you buy the whole case, you have pennies in it. There's 4 Bo Jackson cards in here. You can make money if you're using an alternative grader. That's why those that are involved with us in Collect Direct, it's like, when that grading company comes, when that rolls out, it's going to take this whole building a sports card business and investing in sports cards to an entirely different level. Okay, guys, I'm going to shut up. I hope you got value from this. As always, your comments, feedback is appreciated. You guys have an awesome day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will talk to you next month with the August review.